Alright, so this is update 1 on the Form 500. This little drone, this is with all the new stuff inside, the first flight. We're just testing it to see if the controls go all the right way, it turns right. Anything we on channels we have to reverse. So everything's fine. And all the controls are right. We're gonna land it, put it down, and then go show you the insides, what all I ended up putting in it, and FPV flight. So what we have going on here already is our flight controller here. Like I said, it's a Holy Bro Kakoot H743 wing. So this is supposed to be for a plane, but I used it here to give me these extra PWM outputs. We have an M10 compass GPS unit right here. This is the latest one. It really picks up satellites well. I had to kind of configure Arducopter a little bit to get it to work better, but now it works great. What else we got? We got a little thing right here for adding extra modules, and I got a little light here that tells the status, flight status, stuff like that for that. We have it FPV now, and down here we have a Cadix Ratel Pro. It has to be about the best analog camera I've found so far. Really good nighttime and daytime. Yeah, let's flip this over. We have, since it's analog and I want to change it to digital, I just started using my old cameras for stuff, but we got a camera. This is facing down to watch the ground when we land. I also put in here a LiDAR and optical flow camera for position holding. Now the LiDAR, they said the LiDAR sucks on it. It's a Matek. The distance ain't that far, so I got that disabled, and it's just optical flow to keep it held in position if I'm stopped. This is also a 900 megahertz ELRS receiver in there, and it's buried. You can't see it inside. And just the battery tray, and it's a decent sized battery tray with a couple battery holders, but that's what's underneath. And that's what we got so far in the Form 500 Helimax. Now I got the VTX. You can see my VTX. It's a 1 watt analog VTX, and that's in the top there. And that just fits right there on the top, and the light shines through. And that's what we got for that. That's the innards and what I've got so far. Got just about everything set up in Arducopter. The biggest problem, I think, was me. The last time I used it was a couple of years ago, and it has changed since when I used it. So it was kind of like learning it all over again. Most of the problems I had at first were operator error, but I've got everything ironed out. I've got OSD and everything for the FPV, and that's ready. So here's a little flight footage and a few pictures I took when it did not rain for a few minutes here. This is the FPV view of the first flight of the Helimax Form 500 old drone. If you watch this far and wondering what's going on, this is about an 8-year-old drone that I have basically taken everything out but the motors, propellers, and frame and body. All the electrical stuff has pretty much been replaced with newer, I guess better components to make it fly better. This was called a utility drone, but they really didn't have any utilities for it to do. I'm thinking of putting maybe a winch and a drop mechanism
and using it to get things off the roof and things off, maybe planes out of trees, because I've already had to rescue a couple in the past. There's a downward facing camera. You can see I'm here on the football field and I'm just flying it around. This thing, it feels really strange. I got to do an auto tuning on it, but it turns really fast, but as far as moving and up and down throttle, it seems like really slow. But I don't know. I'm changing the flight modes here. This is position hold. The other one was altitude hold. It just feels kind of weird. It does feel like driving a truck compared to other drones and stuff. But it does fly all right. Everything works. It's just more of messing with it and seeing everything works fine. I got a couple new batteries. I'm only running this on 3S. I tried on 4S and one of the motors started smoking, so I replaced it, and we'll just use 3S from now on, because I think that's the only thing that this thing was capable of when it came out in, I think, 2016, 2015, something like that. Like I said, they said it was a utility drone, but the only feature they had was a GoPro mount for like a GoPro 3. And I still have one, and it's an upcoming video we'll try after I auto-tune this, is try out the gimbal they provided and see what kind of footage it gave. But it was never meant to be FPV'd, or not that I saw. It was kind of like a Phantom 3 without the little phone or Wi-Fi deal. This is just line of sight drone. So we're FPVing it just so I can use it, like I said, to rescue things in the air. It seems to fly okay. It's just, it feels a little weird. But it's not crashing or anything. Here we're going to land, looking down at the camera, pointing downward. And that's one of the neat things about Arducopter. It lands, it automatically lands pretty good. This is Arducopter 4.5, I do believe it is. And there's some things that just aren't working right, like I have to do the compass better. You can see there it says check magnetic field. I'm getting 0 when it comes to my signal for radio signal strength over there. So I'm going to have to fix that. But that's about it. But that's all for the Form 500 update. Please like and subscribe for more updates coming up.